Right, hello everyone, welcome back. Yes, we are finally back in Roscale Sandbox. And today I want to continue with what I was explaining at the end of last episode. Now, if you remember, we started building this lovely station over here. And what I want to do is add a few more platforms for some narrow gauge trains. And I want to bring them all the way up to the castle where people can come and they can come and look around the castle that we have been building over the last couple of episodes. So the first thing that we need to do is extend this landscape around a little bit. Oh my gosh, hang on a minute. This new tool means I can select. Oh my god, we can copy like things. Wait, give me a second. Okay, I've just selected everything in the castle. Moment of truth. I've just copied that. Then, oh my god, okay. So we're moving everything in. Okay, well, that's one way to look at things. I didn't think it would all move like that. Okay, well, I've learned something. New update. I'm loving this. Let's continue with the landscaping. So that is the terrain nicely extended. Now what I want to do is sort of map out the pathway that the track is going to take. So of course, because it's narrow gauge, we can have tighter turns. So I have just shortened down the base of the track here. And my plan is to bring it all the way around here, hopefully up here, and then it should end up next to the castle. And I think at this point we should start sloping up so we can reach the height of the castle. There we go. That is pretty much perfect. And then at the top, I'm going to leave a gap because I want a road to come along here, and we're going to put a level crossing in here, hopefully. And then this is where the station is going to be. So that is the general gist of the layout of the narrow gauge. Now I think we should get in some track. And obviously, because narrow gauge trains are smaller, what I'm going to do is bring the platform along, but then push it lower down. So there's sort of a step down from the mainline trains to the narrow gauge. And then, of course, I'm going to put a little step in between. I forgot I am going to need some switch overs, so hopefully we can fit this in the turn. And there we go. I think that track has worked up the slope, so that is looking really, really nice. And then it is floating at the moment, but in a second I will put on a nice crossing because I do want a road coming in leading to the castle. And we are going to need some points and switch tracks at the end here. So if I do one there. And actually, I've decided that it is such a short distance that I feel like it should only be a single line back and forth. So what I'm going to do is delete these crossovers back here, add in a switch track here, so that I can then link these back up again. And we only have one line running back and forth from the castle to this station. And now, unfortunately, I have the painful task of making all of these a lot thinner so that they only look like they are meant for one track instead of two. And now I've got to go and put sides on this whole bank thing. Honestly, I don't know why I came up with this design. It's so much work for me to do. So from this point, I am going to have the bank like sloping up with this base. However, it won't be this massive bank. I will be putting foliage and stuff around this. I have some ideas. Bear with me. Yeah, so don't worry, it's not going to end up looking this ugly. Although, in fact, that doesn't look too bad. But yes, there will be foliage and stuff around here, so don't worry, I will be fixing this. And now, yes, I am having to do this on the other side. All right, and from here, I would say that is pretty good. The track now has a bank either side. It's looking rather lovely. Let's get on with some other things that are going to actually look nice instead. Well, I mean, this does look okay, but let's get on with some other things because I think it's time to do that. First of all, I want to move this platform across, then add these black lines to the lower platforms either side. Also, because the narrow gauge isn't going anywhere after this, we can put a nice end to the platform. And also, just to keep things looking consistent, I'm going to put a black line at the end of the platform like that. Obviously, as it is a terminus, we are going to need a buffer. The buffers will be on a bit of a wonk. But to be honest, yeah, it's all about the charm. That's okay. And now I feel like it is time to add this road in and get a nice level crossing worked out. So first of all, let me add in the base for the road. Okay, so this is the base of the road. Now I've got to add a slope up and down to where the train crosses. First, though, I'm going to add the height of the tarmac at the point of where the train goes across. And then I'm going to need a slope either side. And there we go. Those are the slopes up and down. It's starting to look like a level crossing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to spawn a train in and actually just make sure it can traverse the entire length of this narrow gauge part. So I know this locomotive says USA, however, we're just going to keep it because it's more detailed than the original ones, which are like a couple years old now. And I think these are the only rolling stock that are narrow gauge, so we'll have to use this. I did think it would get stuck at the level crossing. It's because the terrain is really close to the track. Right, hello, this is EP13 editing here. I tried a lot of things to try and make this work, honestly. And I really can't edit this together, otherwise it would take like a couple hours. So basically what I did was I brought the terrain back halfway, added a road in, and then sunk it down using the build tool. And then this is my reaction to how it worked. Okay, my fingers are crossed. Is it gonna go through? Please do. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is really perfect, actually. So now let's actually make this look like a road. Okay, so I've got some white markings on. I know this is supposed to be like olden day England, but I'm just thinking, how about we go modern day England, but this is just a part that hasn't been touched mainly by modern hands, except for this road. So something that I found out very recently, if you take any single thing that you're using in build tool, if you go into settings, and if you go part type, cylinder, wedge, corner wedge, ball, and now look what I can do with this. I can make this really, really massive, and then we can like basically make like hills and stuff with this. And also, funnily enough, this was my plan for this area here. These things are going to have to be absolutely massive. But that's not a worry. Grab them and sink them into the ground, and look, it looks like a hill. This is literally going to save me hours and hours of work. I'm not lying when I say I think this has literally got to be the best functionality thing they've added to the game, because look at this. This has taken me like no time whatsoever, and we've got a lovely hillside. I'm going to be so happy and thankful for this. By the way, this is really annoying me, so let me just delete this. This is honestly going to make me so happy in the future. I'm literally just going to be able to spam these everywhere, get lovely terrain, and not have to worry about spending hours and hours making these banks. These also simulate the like rolling hills of England so much more than these banks do. Not gonna lie, this is like I'm just in love, and I wish I figured out how to do this sooner. This has literally got me jumping for so much joy. I don't know if I'm ever gonna stop placing these. So I'm gonna start using them around here to add a little bit of spice to this otherwise quite flat valley. And hopefully add a couple of really nice little hills. So my question to you is, when someone says the rolling hills of England, is this not what you think of? Look at how, like, this says I don't know what to say. I'm so happy. You know what? I don't even need this anymore. Goodbye, ugly, flat thing. Hello, beautiful rounded hills. Watch this. I can just take one of these and just extend it all the way out. And we've just got this really nice flat bit of land, and it's just making me so happy. Okay, so what I need to do is add a little bit of detailing now over to this area. As I said, it's been such a long time since I've been in this menu. However, I think I found the perfect thing. Oh, look at that. That's actually just delicious. By the way, I realized my mistake as soon as I placed this down. It's England. We don't drive on the right. We drive on the left. Beautiful. So we've got some level crossing signs. I'd also love some barriers if I can find some. Once again, I was completely wrong. There are these barriers in the rails section. So we're going to have these, as these are very British. And then we are going to need some sort of barriers. So let's put these two in like this. And yes, I know that on the wonk a little bit, but what we can do is take this and just rotate it the tiniest little bit. And look, they're perfectly straight now. This one's auto floating, which I didn't notice. So let me just take that and bring it down until it touches the concrete. And finally, we all know and love it. I really, really would love a signal right over here. So let's just whack that one in there. Give it a bit of a rotate to make it look exactly flat. And I'd also love to have one on the other side facing the other way. Okay, so now we started to get some detail in. I would love for some fences to go along here. So obviously people on the road cannot get to the track. And personally, I think that looks really, really lovely. So now the last thing I need to do to finish off this lovely little level crossing is add some cars waiting at the barrier. Then a couple of bushes here and there as some foliage. And finally, I think we could definitely use a couple rocks here and there. And I'm going to put some of these red trees in the ground as sort of berry bushes just to add a little bit of color to the area. All right, and there we go. That is this crossing looking super, super nice. Now, if I zoom out, you can see that the rest of this area all the way down here still needs all of this lovely love and care. This has taken me quite a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here. However, don't worry, next episode, all of this will be done. I'm going to go and do this off screen. I'm going to fill all of this in just because it's just the same repetitive placing, bushes, rocks, trees, and the occasional fence in. So I'm going to fill all this area in. And by next episode, we can work on either this station up here or this station down here. And hopefully it won't get too repetitive. Anyways, if you did enjoy today's episode, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. I will hopefully be back every week now. And I'm really, really excited to start expanding this map and hopefully just making this look really, really nice. So if you want more, make sure to subscribe and I will hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.